Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Deep Ogre review. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Marvel Legends Retro Series Black Costume Spider-Man, or Symbiote Spider-Man, or Spider-Man from Paris. Anyway, a lot of people are having a really hard time finding this guy. I was lucky enough to find him at a local comic shop for pretty much retail. Very, very, very amazing looking figure. I basically got him for free because I just traded in some other figures that I didn't want anymore for him. So that's perfect. But he's really amazing. I really love this body mold. I have the retro Spider-Man, just a regular costume Spider-Man, but I also want to get the Ben Reilly one, and hopefully they make more characters in this, or more Spider-Man characters at least, in this body mold, especially because this year is the 60th anniversary of Spider-Man, and we haven't gotten that much out of Marvel Legends reveals, at least for the 60th year. Come on, Marvel. Step it up a bit. Anyway, without further ado, I'll get into his accessories. So pretty much for the only accessories this guy comes with is extra pairs of hands. You have these two thwipping hands with the black rectangle on the back. Mine has a little bit of black missing right there. Other than that, just normal thwipping hands. This hand looks pretty good. Then you have two fists, pair of fists. Again, just a rectangle on the back, regular Marvel Legends fists. Nothing too bad. Looking pretty good, looking pretty clean. I like the way that these came out. And that's really all he comes with for accessories, obviously. You can take the hands off and put this thwipping hand in. On mine, it is a little tight to fit him in there, but that's how he looks with the thwipping hand. And then taking this other splayed out hand off and putting the fist on. There he is with the fist and a thwipping hand. And yeah, those look pretty good on him too. I love the look. I'm not sure if he actually had to do this when he had the symbiote on him. I know that he did make a black costume out of cloth later on, but I'm not sure if he needed to do the thwipping hand when he had the symbiote. It was just it came out of his, the top of his wrist, right? I don't know, I can't remember. But he does look good either way, and the accessories really do add a lot of character with him, especially the splayed out hands, which we'll get into later. But yeah, that's pretty much it for his accessories. But bringing Black Costume Spider-Man up for a close-up and personal detail, we have nice glossy white for the eyes. Again, there's not much in way of talking about the sculpt on this guy because he is just all black with a nice spider logo on him. Mine does have a little bit of nickage right there. It is just missing white paint right there, and it kind of pooled right here. But I'm not complaining, at least I got this guy, you know? But this is just the retro Spider-Man body. Very, very nice. On the back, you have the spider logo again. Looks a little bit cleaner than it does on the front. You can see these kind of weird lines in it. You can see that reflecting in the light. But overall, it doesn't look bad. I really like the face sculpt. It looks like the paint hit the mark at least. You can kind of see it kind of sprayed a little bit down here in the process, but not too bad, not too noticeable at all. And you can kind of see it went offline a little bit and went a little too forward. So that kind of sucks, but I'm not complaining. It still looks pretty good. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for his detail. Now to get down into the nitty-gritty with articulation. So head is on a dumbbell joint, so it can look up about that far down about that far. Not as far down as I would like it, and definitely not as far up as I would like it. I feel like maybe if I were to do anything, I would probably cut this little sliver out of the back of the neck a little bit more, just so it can look up a little bit further. But as of now, look up about that far. Whole lot of tilt and all the way around. Our arms can go up about that far, down about that far. Full 360. The detents on mine are a little tight. Butterfly joint can go back, forward, and you have a bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows get a little bit past 90. Wrist swivel, hinge, diaphragm joint up here combined with a crunch right there. So all together, you can get that far back, or that far forward, that far back, and all the way around with the diaphragm joint. Leg is on a drop down, so without the drop down, you can kick up about that far. With it down, you can kick up about that far. Beautiful spread, thigh swivel, double jointed knees, boot swivel, foot can go up about that far, down about that far, and you have a beautiful, beautiful ankle pivot. So for size comparison, here he is next to the Marvel Legends Retro Series Spider-Man, Spider-Man Retro Series Sandman, and the Marvel Legends Ursa Major Wave Modular Iron Man. There we go, that's the name. Here he is next to some of your average deluxe class figures. You have the deluxe class Legacy Drag Strip and the deluxe class Voyager class 86 Hot Rod. And here he is next to the McFarlane Multiverse Joker from the 3 Jokers. I can't remember which one this was. The Criminal, right? I don't know. And the DC Icons, right? No, DC Universe Classics Hawkman. And last but not least, here he is next to the Retro Series Venom and the Marvel Legends 80th anniversary Stan Lee. Overall, I think this guy is absolutely amazing. I personally really, really love the retro Spider-Man body mold. I think that this is the best version of this. I love the symbiote I love the symbiote costume. I love the black costume. It's my favorite Spider-Man costume, in all honesty. It's just a great figure. It's a great figurative representation. I'm glad that this guy came with the wall crawling hands and the splayed out hands. It adds a lot more character to the figure. You could get a lot more characteristic poses out of him. And plus, that added with all the articulation on this body just makes this a fantastic, almost damn near perfect black costume Spider-Man. If not for the fact that it does. Mine is a little hard to move. Also, the paint on the front of the spider really, really gets me. There's no other paint on this guy that I really have an issue with. The eyes I mentioned, but that's pretty hard to see. But just the front of the spider logo really, really upsets my brain. It hurts my brain pretty bad. So, I mean, if you're lucky enough to find 2 or 3, I'd say find either one, or find a one that has the better paint apps. But other than that, if you only find one and it has semi-decent paint apps, I'd say go for it. He's a really, really great figure. I love him. You could get him in a lot of poses, a lot of really great articulation with this body, and a lot of great accessories with the hands. Kind of wish he came with an alternate head, maybe like a Peter Parker head, but that might be asking a little too much of Hasbro. But thank you guys for watching. If you like this review, like it. If you want to see more, subscribe. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Peace.